Do you tend to end up in relationships where there is a lot of high drama, upset, and a general atmosphere of conflict and no one getting their needs met? If you identify as a rescuer or tend to end up in narcissistic relationships, a common complaint of those of us is that, well, everyone else seems so boring. Narcissists are generally very charming and entertaining. That's their mask, and we all have masks. Our empathetic mask may draw them to us and vice versa, because we may come across as highly malleable. Whatever dynamic is showing up in your relationship, I encourage you to tie it back to your relationship with your parents or siblings. Does it feel familiar? Ask yourself, what part are you playing in your relationship dynamic, and ask yourself what you are getting out of it. There is something called repetition compulsion, which is a term that was coined by Freud. No matter how toxic a dynamic, we may still be replaying it out from childhood. A, because it feels familiar, and B, we are unconsciously hoping to heal this toxic dynamic. For me personally, I grew up in a lot of chaos. If there wasn't a lot of upset or uncomfortableness in a relationship, I would actually feel like something was off. And as a bonus, it distracted me from going within and checking into myself. I was so focused on the other person and their upset that I didn't have time or the energy to notice the hurt, grief, and fear that I was bearing. It was a perfect charade. The problem was him. I had a perfect excuse to abandon and betray myself in the relationship and make him the identified problem. Does that sound familiar to you? Once we work with our buried emotions, we learn to keep the focus on ourselves in an embodied way, and that's how real transformation happens. Then we can be bored, genuinely bored, and enjoy it and actually relish it. We can come back home to ourselves instead of being addicted to the upset and the makeup, etc. Once we feel what's buried, we can be free from this toxic dynamic.